What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Scoring hook. That counter shot lands. And he fails to score with that left hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. He misses with that jab. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Swing and a miss with that jab. Beautiful counter shot. The straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Augustus in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next? And there's the bell to start round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Well, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
There's a counter shot. Straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch, counter punch. Good counter punching. A perfect counter lands. That counter punch caught him clean. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Just get this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab. Hey, don't give him any free shots. Keep smart. If you were deep, go back and win the round, right? There's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Do you believe this? Can they figure out the combination to this save?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them.
Oh my God, Johnny! Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way it's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Augustus in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. How about that time counter shot? That jab doesn't score. Well done with that counter shot. Misses with the straight left. Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. They exchange punches. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. A perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Augustus in that last round. I promise you, all three. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
punch and shoot. Which fighter will say no mas? Nice counter. We'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter punch right up the middle. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punch. That punch landed. The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? Nice counter punch. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. Talk about a one-sided. Let's start the sixth. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Nice counter. Those counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with that hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Did you see that? And it's lights out. That will do it. What a knockout win. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
That will do it. They want no more. And that is that. They surrender. This is over. Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable.
And here is Emmanuel Augustus. You talk about one of the most unique styles in boxing history. This man has it. Terrence Bud Crawford.
This bout.
So much hype. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. That counter punch caught him clean. Hey, those punches add up. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Good counter punch. And Augustus goes to the canvas. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heel. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Nice counter. Swing and a miss with the jab. He scores with the counter. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to... And there's the bell to start round two. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like a rabbit in a headlight.
That counter shot lands. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught halfway through the round. And, man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Beautiful counter punch. Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's all offense all the time. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious. And there's the bell for round three. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. counter lands. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Missing with that jab. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That right uppercut misses. There's a counter shot. Catch and shoot. A perfect counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Augustus is wobbly right now. It's some big trouble. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
They're both trying for a knockout. Beautiful counter shot. So far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just misses with that jab. That left hook misses. Needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Augustus in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they... Back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter shot. Good punch. Good counter punching. Missing with the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Back Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about... Here we go in the 6th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They exchange punches. Let's score with that right uppercut. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just missed with that jab. How about that time counter shot? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. And there's the bell for round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent lap.
A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I need to see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
But look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Can't land the jab there. Those counter punches have to hurt. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. They get... And there's the bell for round 8. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Nice counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Just missing with the uppercut. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Even I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Oh, and Augustus might be ready to fall down. Another win, another unanimous.